Hi guys, we're going to start off today's video a little bit different. Got Patrick's 2 litre CDTI diesel Insignia. An issue with the rear ABS pickup ring. So we're just swapping it out with a rear hub off my car for the conversion until we get the new bearing and ABS ring pressed into his hub. Started off by removing the rear wheel, removing the brake and removing the associated bolts which hold the rear hub on. Those of you that's done this task before will know that you've got adjusters for your camber, and you've also got an arm which holds the rear hub in place, which bolts in front of the front wheel arch. Sometimes when you're trying to line those up, you'll get a little bit of twisting, a little bit of tightness when you're trying to remove the bolts. Just a little persistence. Once you take them off, it's fine. It's the putting back on that you find harder. So once I had the hub removed, I took the arm which goes in front of the rear arch. We took that off, we bolted that onto the car just to give us something to hold the hub onto. Bolted the replacement hub on and started to line all the associated bolts up. Now first time round I did this job, got all the bolts in, and as soon as I went to line up the bottom arm, that's when I found that it was twisted. I couldn't line it up, it was just an absolute pain. So this time round we left all the bolts slack to give us a little bit of wiggle room, and the bolt lined up straight away. As you can see, we're just finishing off tightening everything up, checking all the bolts, and it will be time to swap the brake caliper carrier over and install the disc. So now we just put the wheel back on, getting the nuts on, getting it all torqued up, and swapping the cars over to start the next one. So Patrick's second car is a 2.8 VXR Insignia. We've had a couple of different combinations of primary cat removed, left the secondary cat in. We've had the primary cat in, second cat out, and he finds that for the emissions for its MOT it works better with the primary cat in and secondary cat out. So we'll just start off by removing the engine cover. So it gives a little bit more access when we're removing the associated pipework off the coolant system and the heat shield. So we do lose a little bit of coolant when removing the pipework to give access to this turbo and downpipe. Pipework's removed. Got a bit of a rag in there to catch some of the coolant. We'll slacken the pipes off. We will slacken the heat shield off, remove the heat shield, and remove the top pipes across the top and the main pipe which goes into the turbo for coolant, and that's when you start to get quite a bit of coolant coming out. We just use a little bit of thread tape on the banjo bolt and gently screw it in just to stop any more leaks. We then jack the car up, get axle stands to give a bit space underneath the car, and as Patrick's starting to remove the top of the pipework, this is held on with three bolts. To actually remove the downpipe, there's a bracket, and behind that's 2 bolts which go on the engine, which are really quite awkward. As you can see, I get this secondary pipe off, then go back up to the top so Patrick can remove the nuts and bolts for the primary pipework and some slide it out. So the secondary pipe can be quite awkward to remove. You've got 3 bolts holding on to the downpipe, and then you've also got 2 bolts which hold it onto a bracket which is bolted to the back of the engine, and it's all faced the wrong way, but I'll show you this in the clip when we're reassembling it. So started clearing this face up, and this bracket here, as
is the bracket that holds the cat coming down. You've got 2 bolts which have got to be put in from the back. Can't be put in from the front, so they get put in from the back, and then absolute ball ache to get in. I've left this loose so we can line it back up, and then we'll tighten it up and do another video. We'll put the secondary cat, plug it in, we'll leave it loose, and actually clips in behind the engine. I'll do that once it's down there. Get it in. Place. The oxygen sensor was actually catching up these pipes here. That's where it sits at the back. So we'll leave everything loose on top. We'll go underneath, we'll get it all lined up and get the bracket on. So this is what I was referring to with the bracket, and so that bracket's got to line up with some holes on the down pipe. So I'll do that now and take another video and show you. So this is how this bracket sits. So now it's just a case of just lining up the pipework onto the turbo. We'll get this tightened, and we'll go back down and we'll tighten up the bracket. So now that the cat is buttoned up, we'll go back down, do the bottom bracket. I realised I had the secondary cat plugged into the wrong cable, so we'll sort that out. And I'll do another video on that. So this is underneath, this is where it was attached. This is a bracket I need to tighten up, and I found the cable for the secondary oxygen sensor on the cat, so I'll get that plugged in and we'll start putting the centre section on. So that is the down pipe on, the bracket bolted up. We're now putting the secondary pipe on, so that's bolted up, and we'll attach the pipe work, and then we'll put this bracket and then the brace back on. So now that's everything back on into the car. Common sight for heat shields just react and wear through, because they're made out of 2 different materials. So when I rebuilt mine, I actually put plastic washers on to stop any reaction against the 2 metals, and that's it, nice and tight. So it's now both sides of the heat shield sorted, no more rattles. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.